Victims of Saturday evening tragedy who survived the violent windstorm which wreaked havoc in Bauchi State have been telling their stories. Some residents did not only lose property, but they've also been thrown into mourning over the loss of loved ones.
Saturday 16th of June, Bauchi welcomes a rainfall like never before, accompanied by intense wind. For over 1 hour, the episode played out, and when it was over, it left on its trail tales of disaster and massive destruction of property. The residents cannot imagine what has befallen them as their losses mount, followed by injuries. Residents of Bauchi State have described Saturday's night rainfall as unprecedented. None could recall seeing such in their lifetime. This is Turum, a suburb of Bauchi. The community lost 6 people to the tragedy. Several houses were destroyed by the wind. 22-year-old Rashida, mother of 5, is receiving condolences over the death of her husband. What is now left of him is this picture. His brother narrates how it all happened.
My brother was taking shelter when the rain started. Suddenly, the lintel fell on him and broke his neck. Before he was taken to the hospital, he died.
Maimuna lies helpless in this room after a building collapsed on her. She can no longer walk and the family cannot afford hospital bills. She manages to mutter some words.
I cannot move anywhere from my waist down to my legs, and whenever I try to, I feel pains as if my waist is expanding.
We don't even know how to repair our houses. All our belongings are outside. We don't even know what to do. We've been sleeping in a friend's house. Another sad tale is that of 12-year-old Khadija Husman. She too suffers injuries that resulted in this bandage on her lower limbs. Tragic stories of individuals are many. The windstorm wreaked havoc on almost every street in Bauchi metropolis, including some local government areas like Derazo, Jamaha, Misau, Katagum and Ningi. Power supply has been cut off following the collapse of not less than 200 electricity poles and installations. Roof, trees, houses have also collapsed. State Emergency Agency says it will take time to ascertain the level of damage. A state government sets up a committee to that effect. The state governor, Emir of Bauchi, and other government officials have visited some of the communities.
I will now seek for an appointment with Mr. President and brief him adequately about what has happened to Bauchi State and solicit for his support. But even before then, there are little assistance in terms of food items, in terms of clothing that we can be able to now give to our citizens, to give succor to them before we are able to now assist them with building materials for them to be able to rebuild their homes.
All residents now pray and hope for is never to witness the repeat of this episode.
If electricity bill is an issue with you and you wonder why it's getting crazier by the day, the General Manager of Corporate Communications, a co-electricity distribution company, shares some light on how you can conserve energy.
We have been saying it and we will continue to say it until everybody knows about it. 1, there are certain things that actually consume electricity in your house. Number 1 is pumping machine, electric kettle, electric iron, ring boiler, as you call it, and then air conditioners. If you are able to reduce and apart from that, you need to have energy savings bulbs. It may be a little expensive, but once you have it, I guess some of them last for about 3 to 5 years. If you have it, you see that your consumption has actually reduced. So I would advise our customers to go for that. Know what you are buying. You don't just say because you are in a single room and you are in a one-room apartment, you go get air conditioner of about how many horsepower? 2 horsepower. It's not proper. Reduce it, that will save your energy. Don't be ironing, maybe you are watching football and you leave the iron on. That again is another detriment to your wallet. You know, then the electric kettle, why would you want to do that? Just boil your water for a while and then you leave it. Then air conditioner, you can't be in the living room and then your air conditioner in the bedroom is on. Why don't you put it on when you are ready to sleep? And then pumping machine, from time to time you are running it. Let your water be exhausted before you can now go through another cycle. To just leave it there and allow it to run continuously. It is your money you are burning. Move with electricity and then conserve energy wisely.